Ba ba bum ba da bum 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 ba da. Bro, this is actually bad camera position. Holy fuck. Could you give me a second? Not this one. Not this one, man. Pow, 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 pow. Hi. Soap, hello. Soap, who are you? Bro, you're actually first one here. I just started streaming. But I don't know the name. It was 4 years. What was 4 years, man? What the fuck are you talking about, man? What the fuck? I hadn't seen you in 2026. Bro, Suba, I got no clue who are you actually. I'm gonna be honest, I got no clue who are you. I mean, I probably, like something might be, it might ring some bell, but I'm not sure. Not sure who are you. But welcome. Damn, bro. Damn. Okay, bro, let me check one thing. Can I change this somehow? Hey, hello, Gunsweater. I just misspelled 2026. It was 4 years I hadn't seen you in 2026. Yo. You can spell it, you know who's Soup? You know it or not really? Because I got no clue. I got no clue to be honest. Wait, chat. I gotta do one thing. But how? How? How can I change it? Wait. Edit in the description. What if I do hash tag? Hashtag here. I just copy it. I'm gonna try to just do hashtags in the description. Hashtag for you, hashtag live video, hashtag code, hashtag shorts. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it here. We'll see what we can do with it. Okay, bro, let me check it. Okay, bro.
Where were you born and what was life like growing up for you?
I grew up in Littleton, Colorado. I had 3 older sisters and a little brother. And kind of grew up lower middle class, went to a great school, had a pretty loving family.
Yo, Yuri, you gotta explain to me, how can your sister be like 19 hours on the phone? Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? How is it possible? 19 hours? Damn. Hey, wait, I gotta fix the mic. Filters. I'm gonna put a little bit higher. Holy shit. Isn't it too much? Hello, Bellcats. Hello, what's good, Bellcats? What's good, guys? Gays. Okay, bro. Let's just watch this. Just watch this. There might be one lag. There might be some lag, man. But it's fine. Good, I'm finally home, W.
My parents divorced when I was younger.
Okay, so chat, what we're watching is I survived the school shooting. Okay?
But the great thing about them, they never talk bad about each
this
other
is actually
after
cool.
the
This is
divorce.
actually cool.
And so have a great relationship with all my...
I just born in December 1998, 6, and I lived in Al-Bavai and I lived Saudi Arabia. But I got no clue who are you, to be honest. And no clue what you're typing. So yeah. Soap. I think I might have seen you here once, but I don't really remember you, so GG.
My family.
Happy New Year, you go. Thank you. Happy New Year, chat.
Riding bikes, playing street.
Hopefully you will have a wonderful year. What else can I tell?
Hockey, getting into little fights with my siblings, but apologizing by the end of the day, and really, all these years later, now my siblings are my best friends.
Damn.
When I look back and I see like old footage and pictures of when I was little, I see
wait, is it in the middle? Yeah, it's probably
a lot
in the middle.
Like innocence and a lot of.
So wake up at 3 a.m. tomorrow? Really, bro? Are you gonna watch it or no? Are you gonna watch it or no? Probably not. No. 3 a.m. is, bruh. Oh my bad. Yeah. You really gonna watch it, man? I don't know. Not sure. Bro, 3 a.m. is like crazy. If it was midnight or something like this.
Tell me a bit about Rachel. What was her personality like?
My sister was a very
but I would like to watch
person, just very authentic. She also had a great
Who we
sense
play
of
against?
humor.
We play against Canada, right?
Her and I were a little at
Canada.
odds because at the time I was in grade 10,
Canada.
she was in grade
GG.
11, and at that time, like
GG.
what I cared about was wanting to be popular. That was
bro.
Like
what's the chance of us winning?
If I could be the
0%.
Cool person,
like not 0 because we're actually fun, but
in the in crowd, and I cared about that, and she didn't care about that. The morning of the shooting, I was in the bathroom perfecting my hair, and my sister was waiting for me in the car. I was making us late yet again, and I get in the car, and she's getting on to me about making us late, and we get into an argument on our way there. She was listening to some faith-based radio station. I wanted to listen to some rap, so I changed the station.
I haven't done one thing, man. I gotta watch myself. Just for more viewers. Yeah, chat, give me a second. Bro, what the fuck? Bro, what the fuck? Yeah, I gotta do it. I really gotta do it, man. W.
Changed it back.
Everyone says hi and disappeared.
Radio station
that is true.
Finally listening to what I wanted to. And so the last moment I had with her was calling her names
except the soap.
And slamming a car door shut.
And he's just typing something.
And walking in.
I'm sorry, what?
She actually would take me to the front of the school, drop me off, and then she would go
Chicken Gun
park,
was developed by
which I didn't even realize at the time was an act of kindness. Even though I was making us late, she was dropping me off.
Bro, you gotta drink water, okay? And you'll be okay.
So I slammed the car door shut, and I remember I can see her face, and that's the last time I saw her. And I walked into school. It was a beautiful spring day. It was.
Bro, I can't pay attention to 2 things at the same time. Which is like, bro. What was the purpose of your message? You mean the soap? You probably mean the soap, no?
1999. And I went to
You
my
probably
classes.
mean the soap.
I had a test later in the day with in biology, and on the night before I was on the phone with a friend, Matt Kechter, the first time we ever had been on the phone together. And I was going to the library and saw him at a table, went over to go study with him. Right before going to the library, I didn't do this often, but I walked outside and I just took in the mountains are
Bro,
the Colorado Rocky Mountains are in the backdrop.
I guess no one cares about the game.
There's the school, and then there's the mountains, and it's this beautiful spring day.
I know, I guess I know it probably.
And then I walked back up into the library, and it literally was like the calm before the storm, like this beauty moment. So I'm up in the library, I'm studying for this test, and then I hear these poppy noises coming from outside. It's near the end of the school year, so I think some seniors, some kids in grade 12 are pulling a prank and bringing firecrackers or fireworks to school. So I'm hearing these poppy noises, and I'm looking around the room, and I see another friend that's on the wrestling team, and we make eye contact. We're kind of like laughing, like looking at each other, like, what is that noise? Like, oh, some seniors must be pulling a prank. And a few minutes go by, and this teacher runs into the room. She's very frantic. She runs over to the phone, gets on the phone to call the police, and starts yelling at all of us to hide and get underneath the tables.
Holy shit, man.
And I'm wondering, is she part of this prank? Like, not sure what's going on, but she's very frantic. And then I see a kid that walks in that's covered in blood all over his shirt, and he kind of falls down at the door. And still it doesn't register what's going on.
Okay,
so I get in there, I listen to this teacher.
I guess it's you,
with my friend
Am I right?
Matt.
Am I right?
Then my friend Isaiah was walking by, and he was looking for a place to sit, so I called him over. I said, hey, Isaiah.
I guess I am.
And he comes over and he sits next to me.
Bro, I don't know what happened, man.
Matt. And then my friend Isaiah was walking by, and he was looking for a place to sit, so I called him over. I said, hey, Isaiah. And he comes over and he sits next to me. The popping noise is getting louder, realize they're gunshots, and they're coming closer and closer to the library, and they're throwing off these handmade bombs that they had made, these pipe bombs in the hallway. So there's big explosions as they're coming towards the library. And immediately when they walk in, they're shooting off their guns, and they're taunting or making fun of students before they shot or killed them. And they're talking to one another, and they're treating it like it's a game. They're peeking underneath a table saying peekaboo, and they'd shoot a girl. They'd jump on top of a table and shout. At one point, get anyone with a white hat on. A lot of jocks or people that played sports at our school wore white baseball caps with like sport logo teams. And I had one on, so I took it off and I put it underneath my shirt. And so I heard one conversation that they had with a girl. At one point, one of the shooters walked by her and she said, oh, God, and it caught his attention. He said, God, you believe in God? And she started begging for her life, and he kept asking, do you believe in God? And she kept begging, and finally she said yes, and then I heard a bunch of gunshots and then didn't hear her crying anymore. So I'm underneath this table, and I'm hearing this chaos and just total fear, paralyzing fear. I feel like my heart is going to stop beating because it's just pumping so fast. But I'm remaining still. I'm being totally quiet, totally still, just not going to draw any attention to myself. One of the shooters walks by. He sees Isaiah. Isaiah was one of the very few black students at my school.
GG.
Eric was one of the shooters, and he
triple barrel shotgun,
idolized Hitler. And even
barrels,
though the other shooter was actually Jewish,
firepower,
and he would do stupid things like they were in a bowling class and they would high Hitler if they hit a strike.
Bro, what the fuck is that?
So Dylan called Eric over when he saw Isaiah, who was black. And
again, don't know what was happening, man.
And so Dylan called Eric over when he saw Isaiah, who was black.
GG.
And they then started calling him racial slurs, Isaiah, and they tried to drag him out from underneath the table. And the last thing that Isaiah said was, I want to see my mom. And they shot and killed Isaiah, and then they shot and killed Matt.
Broski, GG.
And, you know, the last thing that Isaiah said was, I want to see my mom. I thought that was, you know, that at least he was thinking about that in his last moments, you know, not like on this hatred coming from these two guys, but like his mom crossed his mind. And it's
if I ever needed fact, I would just check Zach Lee films or what he called. But thanks, I guess. What they are watching, bro. You gotta watch it, bro. It's like LD's Bible stories. LED Bible stories, I guess. Bro, it's like very interesting. There's a lot of interesting stories. And this is actually about school shooting, so yeah.
That your family, loved ones, like that kind of crosses your mind a little bit in those moments, the people that are most important to you. So I'm lying there in shock. I'm there in my friend's blood. And
bro, can I get blocked?
They then continue around the room. My ears
we'll
at
see.
that point were ringing
we'll
very
see.
loud. I thought they were bleeding, and I thought I was gonna die.
We will see. I was gonna charge my phone, but I ended up talking to Adam, and my girlfriend's wife was back at 2%. GG, bro. But can't you just lay in a bed and just charge it? Or just, I don't know, bro, how you're charging your phone, but you mean like you go, you charge it and then you come back, or what? Can't you just normally just charge and type it? Oh, you haven't seen it. Tip: lava can hurt you. Nice tip, Soap. Thank you for the tip. Nice tip. You should go to sleep, Cam. Adam and I had a quite deep conversation about microwaves. How can you have a deep conversation with microwaves? Like, not with, but about. What can you tell about microwave, man? There's not anything deep. Is there? Is there? It's because my charger is on a shelf. Crazy.
And
crazy.
They continued to go around the room for a little bit.
Just sit next to shelf, or just lay next to shelf or something like this.
And then they left.
What brand is your microwave? Yeah. What's deep about that, man?
And that's where you see
so much interesting about microwaves. What can you find, man?
And one of them's wearing a black trench coat.
Only that
and they
it makes food
to
warmer.
Shoot, propane tanks that they had left behind.
And about the brand.
That morning that they
bro,
were
that's all now,
isn't
it?
Those propane tanks were directly beneath me. I was on the second floor in the library. If they had detonated, I would have been immediately killed.
GG.
But here I am underneath that table.
They rotate.
I don't even know that they've left.
Okay, in the middle it rotates. No, I mean, yeah, in the middle there's a thing which rotates.
There's kids
That's all,
that are moaning that had been shot, girls that are crying. But I stood up, and I was the first student to stand up in the room. I looked around, and I saw the shooters were gone. And I yelled at everyone, "Come on, let's get out of here." And I heard someone asking for help, and I turn around. Behind me is a girl who has had her shoulder blown off from a shotgun blast.
Shit, man.
And she's rocking back and forth asking for help. And so I helped pick her up, and a group of us, about 30 of us, ran out of an emergency exit, and there's a police car in a field.
The thing inside rotates.
And we all ran
behind
that police car. Shortly after
so
we got
many
behind
failures
that police
before
car,
working microwaves
back into
in so
the
many generations.
They began to exchange gunfire with the police.
Prophet Muhammad.
I realized if we didn't get out of there just
another
in that time, more of us.
Let me check it actually. Prophet Muhammad. Wait a second. Is the founder of Islam recovered by Muslims as the final prophet and messenger of God who received divine revelations, compiled as the Quran to guide us. Bro, you are crazy. You are super crazy. Like this. Okay, it's fine right now. It's fine right now. We can watch it.
Behind the police car, there was a girl named Valshner.
If you just talk about anything, religion or anything, but not about microwave, man.
Sleep, and for some reason,
what you can talk about microwave, man? Nothing.
And I knew you're not supposed to go to sleep if you're losing blood. And so
I'm
I was
Christian.
Trying to keep her awake and telling her she's going to be okay.
It's okay, bro. W.
And
respect.
Then other police cars
Peace.
began to come by and pick up students. And right before I left,
yeah, we got so interesting story, and you're just typing with those. Lily, hello. Long time no see. Hello, Lily. Nice to see you here. Hi, brands, new perks. Microwaves are necessary. Actually, I don't think so. Microwaves are necessary. Hey, Cam, Lily, okay. Bro, sometimes I warm my food, like I put it in a pan or pot, and I put it on the thing, which makes fire. This is actually better and healthier, because microwave does some kind of weird things, Happy New Year, Lily. Happy New Year, everyone.
Hi, Bellcat. Girl that's been shot over there. And I look out from behind the
Hello,
police
everyone.
car,
my name is
And I don't realize
Bro,
it at that
I know who's
moment, but
that.
I was looking at my sister. And so a police car picked
Isn't it
us
some
up,
kind of hidden thing?
took us to a nearby street.
You know Battlecat Lily?
I got on the phone.
I'm on Fortnite. You play Fortnite? I want to play Fortnite too.
And the first thing I did was call my mom. And the first thing I said was, "Mom, I'm okay, but I think there's something wrong with Rachel."
GG. GG.
Went home.
No, I don't remember. Sorry. GG.
The whole night waited for her to call or to show up. I was in a complete state of shock, blood all over me. And my family was very shocked to see me, but they were glad that I was okay. They were very shocked to see blood all over me. And
Bro,
we got a.
This is actually unimaginable for me, which is like super crazy. Was that the bite of 8-7? I don't know what's 8-7, man. I barely know what is 6-7. I also know Raspberry's Gecko. Only Battlecats know it. Only Battlecats know it. It's okay, Lily. Oh, I got him pregnant even though he was a man. He's a man.
The next morning from the sheriff's department, and they said that Rachel was the first one that was killed. My mom came down to my room to tell me the news, and I knew what she was going to tell me before she told me. And I knew also
Samsung microwave is good.
Really worried about me. They had no idea what I had been through.
Bro, it doesn't fucking matter what kind of brand you have microwave, no? Does it? I think all the same. But I think I had Samsung too.
But I wanted to alleviate her worry. So when she came down, she said, "We just got a call. Rachel was killed."
GG.
And I put my hands on her shoulders, and I said, "Mom, I'm going to be okay."
GG.
And who were the two shooters?
So I met the two shooters one time before. I didn't know them, but I've gotten to learn about them since then. And
GG.
Eric Harris was kind of the leader between the two shooters. He brought Dylan in on his plans to do this shooting, and he planned it for over a year. And he didn't really have any good reason for it. He wasn't ostracized so much at school. He wasn't beat up all the time. You can't look at it and go, that makes sense why he would do this. He came up with his own reasons. But
this is actually crazy, man. Electrolux, Samsung, Sharp, all kind of microwaves, but it doesn't matter what kind of brand is your microwave, no, does it? All do the same work. Could be better. Why, Lily? What is happening in your life? Let me hurry. I mean, if you want to talk about it, okay. If not, no. Sharp R898CS double grill convection microwave oven. Also electricity. A lot. So tell us if you want to share, obviously.
He dwelled on a lot of very dark media over the internet. He played the game Doom constantly. In fact, he changed out the faces in the game Doom. You're this shooter and you kill demons. And instead of killing demons, they were good with computers, and he put kids' faces from schools on the demons. So he'd be killing kids. And Dylan was suicidal. He lacked self-worth. He didn't believe in his own value.
What was your sister's relationship with the
Damn,
shooters?
son, man.
So my sister.
Wait, so another interesting message. Does everyone talk about Hiroshima?
Productions with them, a school plays. In fact, a few weeks before the shooting, Dylan spotlighted my sister during a talent
Straight
show.
message. No.
When she was killed,
bro, I can't.
According to police reports, she was shot at a distance 3 times. The shooters' original plan was to let these propane tanks go off and then shoot kids as they were fleeing from the school. But the bombs failed to go off, so they, out of frustration, they got out of their cars, came up to the school, And the first person that they came across was my sister eating lunch with a friend outside. And they shot her from a distance. And then, according to the boy that was with her, who's now paralyzed for life, they began to mock her and say, "Where's your God now?" They knew she was a Christian. They knew she was a person of faith. And she was begging for her life. And the last moment of her life was Eric picked her up by her hair and said, "Do you still believe in God?" And she said, "You know I do." And he said, "Well, go be with him." And she took her last shot, execution style, we know from the police report.
And what were those next few days like for you and your family after hearing about this?
Is this for real? Yeah, bro, it's real.
Yeah, so
it's horrible,
the next few days after the shooting were very surreal. We were getting calls from news media for interviews, but we also had an outpouring of support. We had people showing up at the house from the church, friends. We had a park next to our school that was completely filled up with letters, cards, posters, flowers, stuffed animals. My sister's car became like a shrine, completely covered. You couldn't even see the car with like I said, flowers, letters, poems, people sending their thoughts our way. And then, you know, for years after that, I think I was treated with a lot of sympathy, compassion, and I think that was helpful for me. I remember my house was filled with people for the next couple weeks. I mean, there were just people that were coming over, some people we didn't know. And I met someone who's now one of my best friends, but was kind of a mentor. He was a youth pastor, but I met him the day after the shooting. He was in our living room. He saw me on a piano bench, and he said some older people were probably trying to talk to me, console me, but I was just like totally out of it.
So again, interesting thing.
Like a zombie.
I think I'm not the best and favorite guy in the world. Soup, why do you think so, man? Or if you're just gonna tell us normally what is that, we might actually answer or talk to you or do anything with you, you know? Also haven't seen you since last year, okay? W meme.
And not really present. It's called disassociation, where you kind of disconnect from the world around you, and your mind is just trying to process, and you're just in your own little world. So you could sit there and talk to me, but I wasn't really present. And he saw me, and he was like, he knew I was a wrestler.
Haven't eaten spaghetti since last year.
So
damn, chat.
It's like, I'm gonna get this kid out of here.
You're kinda funny today, no, aren't you?
So he took
I would
me
say
for a
you
walk,
are.
and it was
Haven't
the
been
first time that I told
exactly,
somebody all that I went through, and he just
haven't showered since last year.
Ghost white, like in shock from hearing me tell in detail.
Mike Costa, hi there. Said hi. Hello, Mike Costa. What's good, bro?
And
Costa Rica.
And
hello,
since
Mike.
that time,
Mike is from US.
Friends.
Can you tell me a bit about initially after that day how you felt?
How you are? How are you? Yeah,
I
like this.
I'm good. I'm good.
I'm good actually. Thanks for asking. You're from US? Bro. I just realized one thing you have to just tell me, okay? When you pour a gas into a car, like you pay before you pour the gas. There is a Russian message, which I'm gonna probably talk about later. Bro, you first pay and then you pour gas. How it works actually, man. How it works. You gotta tell me. Because what if I have just a small car and I do $100, for example, and I will pour 3 gallons, or what do you have there? And what about the rest of the money? You pay after. Really? Bro, I thought you pay before.
The shooters were...
I thought you say, or now you say, like you select something, some price, and then it's gonna just... In the US. I don't know in US. So you're from UK? I'm a kid. Huh, okay. Sorry then. Just steal it from other cars? Or you can do with the tube.
It felt like to me being portrayed almost like victims themselves.
I gotta ask someone.
People are trying to understand.
And there's a Russian message. Здравствуйте, which is like hello. This is the first part. Меня like he or me in his case, Zovut. He says his name Igor. His name is Igor Stra. Okay, never mind. That's all.
Why?
I don't want to talk about
and
it.
so the story that
What
began to
did you
come out,
do?
which was
I'm kid. It's fine. What did you do if you're stuck in the basement with the locked basement door? Bro, what kind of question is this? I would try to escape it, no. I would try to destroy the door, if there is a window or no. And many more things. Or I would sleep there until someone will free me. Bro, something tells me Soup is asking for a personal experience. You think so? Maybe some pedophile has him in the basement and he's just watching streams. He's given candy and that's all. Okay. Hey, can you let me out, by the way? It's code? Mike, never mind. Mike, do you have some cake or something like this? Sweets, candies, anything? And then he's gonna steal you, goat. He's not gonna steal me, man. Check Trump. Trump
the real
W.
story, which was,
Wait,
oh,
let
these
me
kids were
just
picked on
watch
so
it.
bad. And now
Okay, no, never mind. We're gonna. Should we watch another one or just talk? Should we just watch another one or just talk? Well, let me check if there's something interesting. Here, we got it. Haha. Is this deadline? Opens door. Wait. Is it some kind of? Is it some kind of role play? We playing role play? Yeah, so if you want to know, Goat lives in Finland. Exactly. Battlecats know. Battlecats know. Okay. Forensic finds maybe. Damn. Damn. So Chad, do we want to watch something or should I go off? Do we want to watch something? Hey, there's this guy, man. There's this
temple,
guy.
you eat in the temple, you train in the temple, you eat again in the temple, you train again in the temple, and actually your whole life is built around the temple. The other truth is, from 100 people who come, not many stay.
Isn't he some kind of motivational guy, broski or something like this? Spiritual, motivational, and everything. The fuck is that first video? Yeah, there was something about porn, wasn't it?
Right now.
Since
Why
that's me,
did my
Battlecat
parents in the
is gonna
first
take
place
my car keys
decided
away.
to leave
Bro,
their
Sub,
home
you're like
country? Well,
Sub, you're like 10 years old. I bet you don't have a car. I bet. Bro, 100 euros on the thing you have, you're less than 18. 100,
due
100
to the feeling
euros
of
or dollars or
not
what do you
feeling
want?
safe there anymore.
Mňam, ja by som si dal oplatky, kamaráde.
Also
Ani nevieš,
because
jak.
of the occupation and because of the war that happened before that. So that means my parents are leaving Vietnam in order to find another place where they
Peace.
might feel more
Genciana,
safe.
W, hello,
The German
Genciana.
state was kind
Také
enough
také
to
malé
accept my parents as
ale
refugees,
také
and so this is
malé
the
slané.
background how my parents found their way
Hoci, čo by som si dal.
to Europe.
As a young
Yo,
child,
Genciana, what's good? Hello, Genciana.
In
Hello,
the
hello.
beginning, I was quite communicative, I would
Okay,
say.
I gotta move it just a little bit so you can see it.
Some of my relatives used to call me Mr. Radio because you couldn't turn me off
Holly
anymore.
haven't been
So
here in
once
months.
I'm on, I was like
That is true.
speaking.
You haven't been
But
here since last
to
year,
my
no?
surprise,
Isn't that true, Genciana?
at some point
I
it
think you
really
haven't been
shifted.
here since last
I'm not sure
year.
exactly how it happened
It's hard
or
to
why
bite.
it happened,
Bro,
but after being very communicative,
like, when was it? Like 2 weeks ago, I had 9 tofife. Bro, you know what's tofife? Wait, which I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what's tofife. This is tofife. Wait, images. I'm gonna show you, okay, bro. I'm not sure if you know, because you're from just different countries, you know. Chat, this is tofife. I had 9 of them in my mouth. Yummy. Yeah, you're right. How are you, sweetie Pocky? Ayo. Chat. 9. New record. Let's go.
At some point, I started to
I made those yesterday.
way more
bro,
about what's going on
it's cool as
inside
fuck.
of me, paying more attention to.
It's cool as fuck. Your mouth is big.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
staying
trained
with
it.
myself. Let's
Trained
say
it.
like this, and observing the world
Because
around me.
what happens
With
if
the
you're
age
Pluto?
of 4, let's jump directly. My father put me into a kung fu school where a style was practiced which is called Shaolin Green Dragon style, also integrating 7-star
You
praying
fart?
mantis techniques. So many people.
I swear I
know
didn't
looks
fart.
like this, yes.
I swear.
And yeah, but besides going to
Nothing is I will be lifeless.
I usually just went to school.
Makes sense.
Like every other child,
I mean,
also in Germany. It's just that my main focus was
today's a
fulfilling
toxic
the
planet.
expectations of my parents in the academic
Bro,
field.
I graduated from geography. Ask if you want to. But Pluto is not the planet. Is Pluto a planet? It isn't. It's not a planet. Or is it? Or it might be a planet, however, it's not in a solar system. Pluto was a planet, yeah. But I don't know nothing about Pluto, since we haven't studied about it. Or hadn't.
And you mentioned, was it the age of 4 that you first went? How did you feel walking into that environment for the first time?
Well, I do think that somehow, I stayed with it my whole life afterwards. So apparently something resonated with me. And the fact of originating from Asia on the one side and then now practicing a martial art which is also derived from Asia, maybe you would say that there is some resonance.
Bro, I bet if I fought him, I would kick his ass as fuck. Bro, I'm a martial art master. Like Uguay. You know, Sifu never beat Uguay. And I'm Uguay, and he's Sifu.
Of course, in the very beginning, it was more like a sport for me, also for my parents.
And you took to it pretty quickly?
Let me put it like this. In the beginning, all the steps are always difficult. To start something new is always difficult. But I also had actually joy and I liked to do the training. So traditionally, of course, we speak about a master-student relationship, and that very first.
Yo, so people have to just take a look at you, because, bro, your questions and everything you type is just super weird, you know. I have crumbs all over my body from eating that. Yeah. That's common.
First master that I ever had.
Just eat them all, man.
I would say he was like my second father.
Damn.
I just felt it that whenever he taught me something, it's not just that I wanted to be good for myself, but something inside of me always felt like I would also want to be good, so I received the acknowledgement of my teacher. Yeah,
bro, this is actually like super boring, bro. There's like much more better things, bro. This one chat. Watch this one. I already seen it. Okay. Watch this one. Watch this one. This one's actually good. Then tell me that it's time for another 10. Bro, it's 10 p.m. Just don't eat before you go to sleep. Trust me. Eat better. Sex therapist. I don't see it. Criminal psychology. CIA agent.
I was executing acts of espionage. I was crossing borders in a fraudulent identity with fake documentation. Even just dropping a cell phone or leaving $1,000.
Where did you grow up and what was your childhood like?
Let me check.
I grew up in rural Pennsylvania, which is a part of the United States that doesn't have a lot of brown people, especially not in the 1980s when I first moved there. And my experience was very much that of a typical rural kid growing up on farmland
I don't believe you're gonna watch it,
that were more like villages than cities.
I don't believe you're gonna watch it, man.
My father actually died when I was very young in a
It's like super late, but like super late.
And it was in the middle of a time when he and my mom were getting a divorce. So there was all this contention between the two families. So it's been difficult ever since then because being raised by a stepfather in a family
hey,
where
YouTuber,
you have a different last
please
name,
censor some bad words that are in the thumbnails.
It just got to be very difficult.
What kind of bad words?
Growing up in that environment, what did it teach you about life?
Is it me?
From a
Might
very
be me
young
now.
age,
But I don't think I have
knew
bad
that you
words in
had to do
thumbnails.
what other people wanted you to do.
What kind of bad words you mean?
To win reward.
Feel free to type it.
So all through
I mean,
elementary
if
school
it's
and
bad
high
for you,
school
just
and all through sports and all through college even, my decisions were
censor it
driven
somehow.
by what other people wanted me to do, specifically what my parents wanted me to do, and then of course what the other adults that my parents respected wanted me to do. I was not happy at home. I was not a happy kid for the most part, and it's partially, I think, the way I'm wired. I see hypocrisy, and I see confusion, and I see shifting goalposts and changing goals that you can't control, and I see injustice about that. So I very much wanted to leave home as quickly as possible by whatever route was the easiest to me. Ultimately, what ended up happening is I got a scholarship to a military college.
I'm not the 11 in my
military
mouth.
college was on the opposite
Holy
side
shit.
of the country from where I grew up, and it was exactly what I wanted. I
They are
joined the
so
military
good
in
as
large
fuck,
part
man.
because it was what I was comfortable with. Doing what I was told is the thing that had gotten me to the success that I had achieved in high school, so why not keep doing what I was told? And when I went into the Air Force, I found that I really was ill-suited to that level of scrutiny.
GG conspire type Wi-Fi gone.
Constant direction and the constant
Gone.
orders, it really rubbed me
GG.
the wrong way. But I didn't
Question
have
marks?
option.
I
It was
counted
either
them.
succeed in the
Yeah, obviously, man.
military or go back
It's
to
not the hard
Pennsylvania
math.
as a failure. And for
I'm
me,
gonna send
the
you a photo.
fear of
Okay,
failure
sure.
was always greater than the pain of current struggle.
So what role did you take in the Air Force?
I took whatever role the Air Force gave me. At first, I was a student, and as you go through those ranks and grades, you learn different skills. I learned how to fly, I learned a foreign language, I learned enough information about astrodynamics and thermodynamics to become qualified for a secret clearance. I was later assigned to nuclear weapons,
Holy
nuclear
shit,
missiles
man.
specifically, and then I got my top secret clearance. I got my Cat 6 and Cat 12 nuclear clearance. I was a missileer, somebody who wore a key around their neck and went down into an underground bunker and sat 72-hour shifts. But by the time I left, I had followed the rules and made everybody happy to the point where I was actually a commander over multiple missile squadrons. So I started by commanding 10 nuclear missiles, and I left the Air Force commanding more than 200. When anybody leaves the military,
I know exactly what you have.
a moment where they
I know
ask
exactly what you have.
themselves,
I know
want
those.
something that is the
But
total
actually, the
opposite
original
of
one,
everything
like a
I've
normal
asked for?
Thinoplatka,
I was one of those people. It's like having a breakup
it doesn't
with
even
a
have
girlfriend or
a taste.
boyfriend.
But
Once you
it's
have that
the
breakup, you want
texture of it
something
and everything.
completely the opposite.
Damn.
And that's what it was like for me. So I left the Air Force, and I'm
Yeah.
like, well, where can I do the
Hell
exact
yeah.
opposite of holding the keys of destruction in my hand? And my thought was, join the Peace Corps. So as I'm in my final days in the Air Force, I jump
Sounds
online to
solid to me.
apply to the United States Peace Corps. And
Bro,
as
I
go
had
through
it
the
like
Peace Corps
a long
online
time ago, but I don't really eat
there's
it.
an actual like red screen that pops up, a blue screen technically.
I prefer
that
just
pops up
normal.
with a red box, and that red
Normal
box
ones.
says you may qualify for other opportunities in the U.S. federal government if you're willing to put your application on hold for 72 hours or and I'm 27
It's really hard
years
to bite.
old, and I'm single,
Is it?
and I'm
You just have a small
celebrating
mouth.
the fact that I'm leaving the military.
You gotta make
So
it bigger.
when I get
Canspire will
an
make your
invitation that
mouth
basically
bigger.
says there might be better opportunities for me, I'm the person that says yes. So I put that application on pause, and 24 hours later, I got a phone call from an unlisted number in Langley, Virginia.
What was the recruitment process, and how did it feel to learn you'd passed?
It would be great to say that the recruitment process is brief, but it's not.
I think I cut myself a lip. Bro, it actually hurts. But I don't know how.
And that's from the first
Might be actually
interview, not
before
from the first
stream.
phone call. So you go through multiple rounds of interviews. The first interview is really focused on whether or not you are a good fit for the position they think you psychologically fit. Your second is an interview for intelligence. They want to see whether or not you actually know world affairs, and can you write, can you speak, can you work as part of a team, can you solve a problem in a short period of time. And if you pass those two phases, then you go on to the really robust psych evaluation, the polygraph, the interview with a...
These 24 metals are good to eat. Joke. That was a nice joke, Soup. That was a nice joke. This is a whole laugh. Had to make a regret after that statement. Okay, should I go? Okay. It was just a short time here. I mean, short time, 44 minutes. It's fine, I guess. It's fine, I guess. But I'm going okay. I'm gonna watch some film. with L. 11. So yeah. Wait, my bear hit me in the head with an apple. Bro, he threw an apple to you or what? What an attack. Enjoy the film. Thank you. Okay, bro. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your likes. And yeah, that's it. See you later. Bye. Yeah, see you later.